Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. How are we doing? Can you hear me? Let me do my quick check. Um, okay, I can see we're live on Instagram. Um, it doesn't look like we're live on Facebook. Okay, we're live on Facebook. Let me make sure that I can be heard. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, okay. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, because I know it's morning somewhere. How are you doing? How is everything with you? Welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. I'm your personal guide on the journey of growth, and I remain your personal guide. Okay, I can't see myself live on LinkedIn. I wonder what happened. Okay, we are live on LinkedIn. And we're live on YouTube. All right. So, yes, we are live everywhere we need to be live. How are you doing? How is it with you? Welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. As I said, I am your personal guide on this journey of growth. So, how has it been with you? How is your week so far? Um, my week is okay. I can't complain. I really cannot complain. Um, Trying to adjust my seat a little bit. Please let me know if this picture is bright, clear, because for me it seems a bit dark from where I am. So let me. I've tried to adjust the lighting, but it's still a little bit dark. So let me know from where you are. How are you seeing it? Is it clear? Um, So we're on a little late today. We're a later time than we usually are. That's because my guests today could not make it earlier. So I had to shift the time to 1 o'clock. If you looked at if you saw the post, you would have noticed that, yeah, you would have noticed that the time was 1 p.m. today. So we are live, we are live, we are live. How are you doing once again? Today, I'm just trying to reach out to our guest to let her know that we are live. Probably she's still on her way home because that was what she told me, that she would be on her way home by 12. So I'm assuming she's still trying to get home. Ordinarily. Okay. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something very important. You know, this whole month we have been talking about habits of influence. And this week, this session, we're going to be talking about words that build others. Yeah, that is what we'll be talking about. Just let me just send out a message to my guest. Okay, okay, okay. I can see her message. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't see her on there. She's on already. All right, so let me just do my quick recap and then we can bring up our guest. The first session in this series, we talked about leading yourself first. And we said that influence begins within. If you want to influence people, you have to be able to influence yourself. Basically, you have to be able to lead yourself, then you can lead others. But if you're not able to lead yourself, I don't know how you want to lead others, really. And we explored self discipline, growing intentionally, personal integrity. And we said that these are the foundations for you to lead yourself. Then you can influence and you can lead others. Our next session, we talked about showing up with integrity, and we had a guest for that session. And our guest was Coach Iho. And he talked about integrity being that bridge between trust and influence. You know, people if people don't trust you, you truly can't lead them. You can't influence people if they don't trust you. There's no way. So, integrity is key, and character is very, very important. We talked about the need to be consistent with our words, and then for our words to line up with our actions. So integrity is influence's greatest currency. If you don't have integrity, you really cannot influence people. People have to be able to trust you, for them to be able to allow you to lead them in any way. So that is the review of the sessions that we have had before now. And today, as I told us, we are going to be talking about building um, with words, as words that build others. And we have another special guest. She's no stranger to growth habits. She has been with us severally. She has been with us here on Growth Habits. Each time I call, she always shows up. She has never disappointed. And her sessions, I love each of her sessions because I am always thrilled with it. You see me getting involved. You see me, taking notes each time that she's um, on our program. So I just want to read her brief bio. It's going to be brief because her bio is too long for me to read the whole thing. So I'm just going to do just like a short summary. So Coach Ify is a passionate life coach, an author of 3 books and a journal, a global voice on stress management. You need to be part of her stress management program. You just need to be there. You will just uh, you watch the word. I'm looking for the word. You will watch stress melt away from your life as you follow up with her program. um I said she's a global voice on stress management and work-life balance. With her background in food technology, Bible, and theology, and over 9 years as a medical assistant, she brings both depth and heart to her coaching. I can testify to this. She specializes in helping individuals, especially mothers, overcome stress, avoid burnout, and build a healthier, more balanced life. She has this program, Moms Across Borders. Please join the next conference. Be part of it. You will gain so much. That is a very, very brief summary of Coach Ify's profile. So join me and welcome Coach Ifeoma Ogbonna. Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Nice to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm honored, I'm privileged, I'm humbled to be here.
Thank you for always accepting to be here. Oh, I didn't tell us as we finish in this session on growth habits, in the next 1 hour or so, I'll be on her platform. So today is Interesting. Just don't miss any of the sessions. Don't miss any of the session. Your name is not showing. Did you? Yeah. Did you
Ah,
enter your name when you came on? It's only mine that's showing.
I actually did, but maybe technology sometimes is funny, but it's
All
okay.
right. Okay. Let me see whether it will show if I. It's not showing. Only mine that was showing.
Not sure.
Okay. No problem.
Uh,
Okay. You can go ahead.
Okay, okay. You're all welcome. Thank you, Coach Coaching. I always call you Coaching Gozi. I know you love that mentor, which you are. I don't know, you're my coach, so that's why I call you Coaching Gozi.
Okay.
And this topic speaks to me personally because I hold words very, very dear. Like me, if I have celebrating anything and you just write, take your time and you write something to me, you've made my day. You've made my day. So I know the importance of words. Right from time, I don't speak anyhow. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And that scares me. And that is
Mm-hmm.
why I'm very careful what I
Mm-hmm.
say to my kids, to anybody, because when I say it, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So when I say, if you don't arrange your room, I will do this. That thing that I will say I will do it. So I'm very careful not to say it because I believe our words we should be
Yeah.
serious about our words, and our words are powerful.
Yeah.
So I remember words can really transform life. And let me just give you two examples before we dive into it of a good one and a bad one. Me personally, in church, we normally have what they call cell groups. And those cell groups, they are those groups whereby it's not only about reading the Bible, it's about, it can be a eating cell group, it can be a drawing cell
Mm-hmm.
group, so just activities like
Mm.
that. So I was also talking to a lady, an older lady after church one day. And she now said to me, "Oh, you're a stress management coach. Ah, do you know you can do a group with women like this in the church?" That was the word she planted in me immediately. And me, you don't plant something in me that I'll allow it to grow. I took up the challenge. I created that group in the church. 3 months, we had an intensive time. That is the power of just one word. She herself, she was shocked. She never knew I was going to take it up
Mm.
immediately and run with it. So that's the power of words, what someone just said in passing.
Yeah.
Then I also have a friend that somebody just told her, "Man, if I'm fat like you, I'll kill
Wow.
myself." Just
Mm.
in words, people just say
Yeah.
it. And it got this lady in a very bad position. It made this lady, even thought of killing herself. That means I am that bad. I am that, oh my God. So those are two extremes, what words can do to you. And that is how powerful words are. So I want you to be very, very careful. As we are talking, I want you to be thinking back how you have been talking. Do you just make fun all the time? Do you talk carelessly? Do you talk intentionally? These are the things we'll be talking about today. As parents, as teachers, sometimes teachers will just test a child something, you never make it. You see people today, they will make it, they want to go back to that teacher in
Yeah.
that school that told them they will not make it, to show that teacher, hey, see me,
Made
I
it.
made
Yeah.
it. So that's very important. So please, as we are talking, anyway, that it gets to you and you're not meeting up, please start adjusting. Please start adjusting. So let's start. What does word, when we talk about word, what does word really mean? That's what I want to start with. What does word mean? I like to use acronyms so that I can remember, because I get so much information. I read a lot, I watch a lot of things, and if one is not careful, one forgets
Mm.
them. So when I read, I try to put them in acronyms that I can remember it easily. So the first question is, what do words really mean? Then I use this words to craft something. So we offer realistic or reality, direction, and seed. We offer realities, direction, and seeds. That's what words do. Your words, they are reality. Just like I said, in my own case, what it did to me. In the case of a friend, what it did to them. So that's what words are. So when you are thinking of words, think of that is somebody's life. In saying this, let me tell you guys a mistake I made some years ago. I didn't even know I made that mistake. I didn't know. It was after 2 years it was brought to my knowledge. So there was a trainee in my former working place. I finished training her and she didn't stay. So when she left, my bosses called me. They said, they know me, they know how I work and everything. But this lady left most importantly because of
Wow.
me. And I said, me? Wow, I was so shocked. I was so almost really down. They now said that I told her that she was 18. She became 18 and she packed out of her mom's house. When you become
Mm-hmm.
18, she's a German, she packed up her mom's house. And I told her, I said, oh, why would you do that to your mom? Why? Why would you just imagine your child because they are 18, they tell you, I dropped the mic and I'm out of the
Mm-hmm.
house. And but I did not know at that time where she was. I did not know the ground because your words they fall on a particular kind of
Mm-hmm.
ground. I did not know a reality at that time. So and at that time what she was going through struggles with her mom. Her mom was drinking and really making her life unbearable. So for me to just come and say that word as a Nigerian African woman, as a Christian, and I just say to her, ah, oh, why would you do this to your mom? Why can't you just pack your things and just leave just because you are 18? You
Mm,
know, not meaning anything bad.
yeah.
But I got to her at a very bad
Mm,
place that really shook her. And the funniest thing is that we continued to work 2 years after that thing. And I loved her so much and we related well.
mm,
So after that, this talk with my bosses, I called her up and I said, hey, I was in tears. I said, before, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean it the way
yeah.
you took it. I'm sorry if it fell on that reality, the reality she was
Mm-hmm.
in. Secondly, but you saw us, we worked so well. We worked so well. Why didn't you at any point in time tell me that you felt hurt? You know. So finally, she later came back, and when I was leaving that place, I handed over to her at the end. Thank God. But that's what words
Yeah.
are. They are reality. What is happening to somebody? You don't know. You just say a word. You don't know what that person is feeling.
Exactly.
Secondly, your words can direct somebody, like the way it directed me. You just say a word, you just direct somebody. Maybe I'm already thinking, should I take A? Should I take B? Somebody will just come and say, do you know that A side is the best
Mm-hmm.
side? Wow, I pick it
Yeah.
up and I move. That is the direction words give to us. And the last one, the seed. Talked about the reality. Words are realities. Secondly, they direct. Third, they are like seed. And when you plant something in somebody, it will grow. Every word you speak, it will grow. And funny enough, when we talk about growth, it's not always a good one. It can be a good one, it can be a bad one. So you can put something in somebody's mind and fear. When parents will tell a girl, if a man touches you,
Mm,
you get
exactly.
pregnant, and they'll grow up with such mentality. If you plant into a child, you are doing great. They grow up with such mentality. So our words are reality. So be careful because you don't know what my reality is at that time. Secondly, they can direct in the right place, in the wrong place,
Mm,
and their seeds, they can grow good things or bad things. That is what our words are. That is what our words are. And the funniest thing is that our words, we can speak differently. We have the spoken words, you know, and when you are speaking, the tone you use to speak matters a
yeah.
lot, you know. I was watching a video on TikTok some time ago. So it was, they've done this in different languages where one word means 10
Mm-hmm.
different things. I think that one was Yoruba. I was saying ba, ba,
Oh, I
ba.
saw that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, something like just one
Yeah.
word meaning different things. So when you are talking, when you want to inspire or impact, know that your tone,
Very
your
important.
pace, choice of
Mm-hmm.
language is very, very important. Because you can be saying the right thing, but there's a tone you use that, like today at the working place, a colleague called another colleague. Maybe she got up thinking it was a it was an emergency, only because of the tone of that person. Because at work we are being taught, if there's an emergency, your voice should go louder. So in that
Oh,
moment, the colleague called her. She was immediately active, ready to go and
mm-hmm.
rescue, but it
It
was
was
not that
not.
case in that time. So your tone, the way you speak, your pace, are you talking very fast? Are you talking slowly? And the language you use matters a lot. Because there's some language you use, like now when I just came to this country, I will hear somebody calling their child, oh, this mice, oh, this mice. I will say, hey, how can I call my child a mouse? It's a love word. Or I don't know, all those kind of words. Then you have to know the area where you are talking
Mm-hmm.
about, to know the kind of language you use. That's very, because you can use, like in Worry. That's one of the first, when I was married, when I just got married that time, in Worry, you can use which as, it's like water there. You which. For me, that is a very
Yep.
big word. Do you know what a witch is? You understand
Mm-hmm.
from where I was coming from.
Exactly.
So you have to know exactly where you are and know the kind of choice of word to use, because you might mean it differently, the person takes it differently. So that's very important if you want your words to be transformative. Then you have your written word. As much as I love written words, me, I'm better at writing than speaking. I'm learning to speak better. I'm learning to use my tone better and things like that. Somebody can read your written words the way they like.
Yeah.
You can write, I'm coming. They can say, she wrote, I am coming.
Mm-hmm.
Nine, those,
Exactly. Yeah.
but they are still words. So when you take your pen to write down something, especially when there's a disagreement, be very careful. Use your words well, use your commas well, use your full stop well. For me, I can write a sentence with three different this thing in them. Instead, use short sentences.
Mm.
That's what I'm learning myself. So written words are very good, and they can travel further than your voice, because your voice will just end
Yeah.
somewhere, except it's recorded. But those written words, they are there, they are proof. So, but they can be very powerful. Then you have the unspoken words, which they are also words. Your body language, your silence, your presence. you know Sometimes we say that silence
Yeah.
speaks
Yeah.
louder. So sometimes if you really want to transform somebody's life with your words, maybe just taking a break, keeping quiet, and thinking for some time can make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Shows that person, oh, this person is not just answering me, this person is thinking, trying to
Mm-hmm.
understand. And that goes a long way to make that person open up to receiving one word that will come out
Yeah.
of your
The
mouth.
power of
Not just
pause.
always, yeah, not just blah, 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 like we do. We feel we know
Mm-hmm.
everything. Somebody just asks you a question, you're giving the solutions. Nine, sometimes just take a break, let it come inside of you, let the person see that, okay, you are really thinking about it, you are trying to understand
Yeah.
it. you know then of course the digital words, I think that's the most dangerous right now, whereby we all stay at the back of a computer or on the
Mm.
phone, and we are writing words, um,
Mm.
online presence that are just killing people, spreading rumors and things like that. Those are not okay. But those are the different kinds of words that can be spoken. So I don't know which one people say do more.
Mhm.
Maybe some people they speak more, some people they write more, some people they don't talk much, but they are like my daughters, my children, they don't like when I don't talk. Mommy, just say anything. Say and but me, I will not say anything. Because when I talk, I mean it. So when I take it, when I don't talk, they know that it's deeper and I'm trying to get the right words out. So, but they prefer for me to say something and to keep
Mm.
quiet.
Yeah.
But it's a way to communicate
Yes.
also. It's a very powerful way
Yes.
to communicate.
In that, me and you are we are similar. I don't talk a lot.
Okay.
People are shocked that I do this, like this growth habits and everything, because those that know me, they know I don't talk. My words are measured. I calculate
Hmm.
every word before I say it. Because once I've said it, I've said it. It's there.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
people that know me, they're like, how are you now able to come up and be talking on, you do live session, you're posting every day. How are you? Because we know that your words are too calculated. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's because I know the effect of words, because words had
Yeah.
effect on me in my early years. I didn't realize the effect until I had grown. And the day I even mentioned it to the person that said those words to me, they were shocked that I can remember something that happened when I was a child. When I was a child, not even in my teenage years, to say, okay, child. So words, they are so powerful, and we need to be careful what we say. When I hear, there's some stories I hear, and I'm like, oh my God. You see people, somebody who is now a celebrity, is now, very famous, and they mention how their elementary school teacher told
Yeah.
them, you can do it when nobody else, saw them. And you realize that truly the things we say to people stick. There's this thing that when we were small, we say stick and stones may break my bones, but words will not hurt me. We say that, when somebody wants to, somebody says
Get to you.
insults you and you want to show the insult did not enter. You say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, they
Oh,
don't
what?
touch me. It's a big lie.
It's
It's
a
a
big
big
lie.
lie. Because you self, as you're saying that, you know the words are entering. You know the words are
That's
going
it.
inside. And that is also, parenting. I always advise
Hmm.
parents that I know, please, no matter how a child misbehaves, don't tag them that misbehavior. Never
Hmm.
tag them that
Hmm.
misbehavior. "Ah, you're such a stubborn child." When that child begins to make you become a prayer collector, you told the child from,
That's
yes,
that's it. That's true.
yes, you become prayer collector everywhere. Pray for me, oh my son. Pray for me, oh my daughter. No. So words are so important. And if we want to inspire, if we want to build people, if we want to influence people, then we must be careful with our words. With
Very,
our
very
words.
careful. Very, very careful.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about how to speak to inspire. But let me just say a short story about my two first
Okay.
daughters. The first one, I would tell her that time when she was growing up, I said, if you don't read, you're going to fail. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact, And she would say, no, I don't want to fail. And she would try to read and everything. I tell the second one that, and she said, why should I tell her she's going to fail? How can I use that
Mm-hmm.
word? So she's a person that is very, very particular about words. And it was a negative thing I said, although I wanted a positive
Yeah.
result. So I have to rephrase the same word when speaking to her. She wants to hear that if she reads, she'll do well. Man, that's what motivates her also. The other one demotivates
Mm-hmm.
her. But saying that if you read, man, you're going to get a eins, you're going to get a one, you're going to get a good
Mm-hmm.
grade. That motivates her than telling her she's going to fail. She look at you, me fail. What you tell
Mm-hmm.
her? Then there's a
Mm-hmm.
problem. So knowing the person you're talking
Yeah.
to matters a lot. So If you want to speak to inspire, I'm going to use the word inspire to tell you some things you can do. I do them. I'm still learning them. I was preparing for this class, I was giving myself, I always rate myself. I said, this one I'm good, but this one, hey, I really need to improve, you know. And I pray that God helps us, you
Yeah.
know. So let's break down that word inspire. Number one is the I. Your words, you need to be intentional. When you open your mouth to speak, be intentional. They said people that don't speak, you don't know, you think they are wise,
Yeah.
you know. And funny enough, I've met people so well dressed, men, women. I'll just be admiring them. Once they open their mouth,
Mm.
all the old admiration is as if
Fizzles
they
out.
fell to the floor. But if they did not open their mouth, they dress so well, so beautiful, and they will wake up, they will speak, and you're wondering what's going on here, what's happening. So, if you know you are like that, you don't speak because we are not all gifted, we are gifted in different
Mm-hmm.
things. Then you know when to talk. When I was in school, when I was doing my training here as a medical assistant, that time was really, I still struggle with my German. That time I was struggling much more. So I don't you see people talking in the class. I don't talk much, but when the teacher is teaching, that word I want to say, I create it in my head and everything. And when time reach, when everybody's raising up their hands, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Then when I see that, I was the oldest in the class when I did my destiny that time. And when I saw that in some questions when nobody was answering, that's when I will not raise up my hand. I will not answer them. So my teacher, when I was going, she now said, "You, when everybody knew the answers, you just kept quiet. So why should I fight with people that could speak?" But when nobody knew the answer and the teacher was asking, so people don't understand. So people don't understand. That's when you now raise up your hand, speak slowly, but deliver my word. You understand? So know yourself. Know that when you open your mouth, you are telling people who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. And be intentional about what you say. Don't say careless words. You know, don't let anything. Even the Bible tells us, you don't from this same mouth you are praising God, from this same mouth you are cursing. So tell yourself, I'm going to speak intentional words. My children, they know that they don't, even as big as they are, they can't curse, not in my presence. You understand? And their friends will say, your parents are sick. I say, my mother, you dare not curse. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
curse. Cannot use curse words. One time that they caught me, I don't know what happened, and I said some word. Everybody else said, Mama, how could you? I said, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you understand, so be so intentional about what you speak. That's number one, the I. Secondly, the N. If you want to inspire, nurture, know that your words need to nurture. Your word needs, and nurturing means taking care of somebody, building somebody up, not breaking somebody. You know, no matter, even if somebody does what is wrong, if I have a colleague that does what is wrong, if I have a child that does what is wrong, I don't want to break them. You understand? So my kids, they know me when I start to say, you are good in this, you are this, they will not say, Mama, then, but what? What did I do wrong? Because I don't want to break them. I want to build them up. So even though they did something wrong, I always start with telling them the things they are great at, then come back to that. So they're already used to it. They just say, Mama, go straight to the point. We know where you're coming from. But that's the truth, because then they know that I'm coming from a good place. I want to
Mm-hmm.
nurture them, my colleagues and people around me, as much as I can, you know. So let your words be nurturing words. So when you use some kind of words that you say you are stubborn, is that nurturing? It might be a fact that that person is stubborn, but you saying it, is that nurturing? So ask yourself that question. Would that word build that person up? Would that word water their souls? So your words, if you want to speak to inspire, your words should nurture people around you. So the next one is the S. Talked about your word being intentional, your word nurturing. Then S is you need to be sincere. You need to be sincere. Sometimes I look at some posts on Facebook. Somebody would let me say somebody that is wearing something that is not really passing to them, in my own opinion, and maybe something is bulging out and things like that, and you see people writing, oh beautiful, oh fantastic, oh this. Even you are my friend, what's come to us, I don't make any
Yeah.
comment. You're not forced to make
At
a
all.
comment. But when you tell somebody you are beautiful, I know they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but still yet be truthful, be
True.
sincere when you tell people
Mm-hmm.
things, because they will know you that this person is going to tell me the truth. This person does not mix words. Of course, even though they are not well dressed, like I said, instead I keep quiet. But if in case you come to ask me and say, "How is my dress?" I can tell you, I can now also formulate it in a way that is right, but be sincere, be truthful.
Yeah.
Your words should be truthful. You understand? But that you are truthful does not mean that you should just go up and down and start talking, not knowing the right time and the right place to say some things. You know, that's that caution must be um applied. But let your words be
Yeah.
sincere,
Yeah.
let them be very, very truthful. Then we'll now go to the P. Your words need to be powerful. When you really want to inspire somebody and you're intentional about it, when you speak into that person's life, you look at what will I say to this person that will transform that person's life. And if they come out with power, it will make that person to want to change. Even that, I remember the time I did my NYC at a school, and the person that the most stubborn boy that makes my class um not quiet. Anytime I want to leave the class, I will call him and I'll say, "Hey, I know you can take control. I know when you say everybody should keep quiet, everybody must keep
Mm-hmm.
quiet." He looked at me. I said, "So I'm going out of the class. I'm giving
In
you
charge.
the
So.
control." Everybody could not believe it, but it was the person that was going to destroy the class. Then I gave him that
Mm.
power. The class was quiet. So let your words bring power. Let them carry a creative force. You understand? Because normally somebody would think, let me give the this button to a person that is quiet and everything. It looks normal that
Mm-hmm.
way, but that person is going to struggle so much with that other person that is stubborn in that class. But being creative enough to have that power to say, "Hey, this is the guy, this is the person that is the center of chaos. I want to give him this power to change, to transform." And it really did. It really did. So let our words carry power. And also, for example, as a Christian, sometimes when you don't know what to say, the word of God is just there. Just speak the word of
Yeah.
God. It carries its
Sure.
power. It carries its power for the present and for the future. The Bible says, when I'm weak, I should say I'm
Mm-hmm.
strong. That is very, very powerful. When I'm poor, I should say I'm rich. That is very, very powerful. So let your word carry power. Let them be creative. Then the next E is let your word be impactful. You know, you don't want to just motivate somebody. You want to transform somebody. You want, when you speak that word, and backed with actions, backed with resources. I can tell somebody you need to read books. I don't end there. I now send a particular kind of book, a particular name of book to
Yeah.
read. That one is more impactful than just saying you need to read
Mm-hmm.
books. That one is
Yeah.
motivating. Me now telling you to read so and so book, that's where the impact comes in. So let your words be impactful. Use tools and systems that you can add to it to make it more impactful, to move people from A to B. Then you have the R, that means relevance. You must meet people where they are, speak to them in that their moment, speak to their need. Because what you would have said to somebody, maybe you are angry and you now see your child or whoever you are angry with, you ask yourself, is it this time for me to bring this topic?
Yeah.
Is it relevant at this time? Can you not wait? Must it be now? So let that word you want to speak, let it be relevant to that time. Let it meet that need at that time. Let it be in the right moment. If it is in the right moment, it will be received. and to transform that person. But if it's in the wrong moment, it will bounce back to you in a very bad
Mm.
way. You
Yeah.
understand? Or somebody is talking and you're just correcting that person in that minute. It's painful. But there's a way the person has finished on a good day. You now tell them, you spoke well. Oh, next time try and do this. Try and you just in that moment, in the right time, you have to know when to say. Let it be relevant in the right time,
Yeah.
in the right moment. And the last one, inspire, is E. Let your words be encouraging. People are going through a
Too
lot.
much.
So let your words leave people stronger than you meet
Mm-hmm.
them. When you decide you want to encourage somebody, you see somebody, the person has lost 0.5 gram. Encourage them. Wow, you are doing great. So you want your child to have a eins, the person has a 1, person has a 5, then went to a 4. Let it encourage them in that. Tell them they are doing great. Let your words encourage people. No matter which area you are, let your words encourage people. There are three things that words can do. When you plant them, they can grow, like we said. Words can push people, and either two, push and pull. Words can push and pull, either push you to your destiny or pull you away from your destiny or push you to do the wrong
Mm.
thing. So even as parents, as teachers, those are the kind of things that words can do to you. So using this inspire as a guideline, you can use it to transform lives with the way you speak. Very, very important.
Yeah.
And there are some things that hinder us from using words that inspire. There are some things that hinder us from using words that inspire. And one is we ourselves, we have doubts about it, self-doubt. You don't even believe your words, what you are saying. So you don't even say it loudly. Just imagine, maybe your child wants to ask for something, and now say, "Mommy, can I have money to buy new clothes?" You now say, "What did you say?" Yeah, "Mommy, don't worry." You are doubting
Yeah.
yourself, for example. So when that self-doubt is there, on any level, you don't inspire, because people don't even take your
Mm-hmm.
words. You understand? Because you have that doubt, or you're introducing your child, you're introducing your husband, you're introducing yourself. Some people, the way they introduce themselves, my God, you wonder. They've just put all the negative things on themselves. I'm not asking you to paint yourself to be what you are
Mm-hmm.
not, but don't purposely put some kind of things on
Yeah.
yourself. It will make people say, me, I'm a big liar. If I lie for you, yeah, you have already just put out a character of yourself. Tomorrow you speak, people say, he said he's always lying.
Why should I
Why should
even
you
do
say
that?
such things
Mm-hmm.
out? Yeah. So then also, what can prevent your words from being inspiring is when they are toxic, when they are negative, when you speak carelessly, when you speak from a place of when you are bitterness. We have all gone through a lot of things. We have gone through betrayal, we have gone through loss, we have gone through things, but there's a need to heal from those things, so that when you are talking from a place of
Mm.
positivity. you know I'm going through menopause. Even tomorrow, I'm speaking about it on the platform. And there was a lady that came to our working place today. She deals with products that help in
Mm.
that. She was saying that her mindset, she gets depressed, she gets angry, she's not positive. And I said, for me, that's not my problem. The problems I have is this heat that will come,
Yes.
is this other thing. But you see, being positive, being stable in my words, in my
Mm.
actions, I thank God. Is a lifestyle, because I go for walks, I do exercise, I put myself in a good place. So when you are like that, your words are not always toxic. They are not negative. They're not careless. They're not bitter. So if you want to inspire somebody, you got to remove every form of
Mm.
toxicity. You know. Another problem, I don't know whether you guys have it. I have it sometimes when I overtalk.
Yeah.
When you overtalk, to get to a point, you are saying
Mm-hmm.
rubbish. would have delivered what you wanted to deliver, then the other 80% of what you said, they are
Mm-hmm.
rubbish. So you start diluting things, you start, I don't know. So sometimes fewer words sometimes are powerful. So if you really want to inspire somebody, just think of the words, power pack the words and say them and leave them at that. Don't start to go into details and I don't want to, not even to details, start talking more to try and
Mm-hmm.
explain yourself. Start saying things that are not truthful. You start diluting some truths and things like that. You are no more inspiring, So just say the word as it is and go. And lastly, I know we talk from experience, but we have to be very careful of pride when we speak, especially when we want to inspire. I can like I said, okay, I don't have problem with talking negatively. I always talk positively. I have to be very careful because somebody will look at me and say, "Oh, she's being proud." So when you are talking from a place of pride, people don't take what you are saying. They are blocked from what you are saying. So self doubt, toxicity, over talking, pride, I call it stop, STOP. Self doubt, toxicity, over talking, pride, they stop you from your words being an inspiration to other people. So now, how do you want, if you want to speak, we've talked about inspire. If you want to now talk to people, learn to see people, speak. I use that word now. Learn to see people. If I want to talk to you, I have to see you. I know who you are. I know your age. I know what you have achieved.
Mm-hmm.
I know your desires. Then I'll talk to you in a way that you understand. Are you alone? Are you in a crowd? So if you want to talk to transform people, last week my boss, she said something that I was not happy with. I waited until she was alone. I went to her office and I talked to her. I could have stopped that when people were around, when my colleagues were around.
Yeah.
It was not okay. So see the person you are talking to. If you want to make transformation, see the person for who they are and don't compare them with other people. Second, prepare yourself. And preparation is part of prayer. Sometimes you pray to God, God, give me the right words. God, open that person's heart. Let that person's heart be a good soil to speak, to receive that word. You know.
Mm.
So see the person, prepare yourself. E, be empathetic, or the empathize with the person. Sometimes if you can just change when somebody's annoying you, when someone is really really getting on your nerve, and you just start to pity them, it changes things for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people
Yes,
have hurt me
I
so
agree.
much. When I start to pity them, I say, oh, I was able to easily forgive them and let go.
Mm.
So when you want to transform people's life, learn to empathize with them, learn to see their stories, learn to care for them. There are some patients that come into the clinic, they are so aggressive, and they are so, if you're not careful, you want to give them that same energy that they are giving to you, because it's not okay. But if you just take a step back and be empathetic towards them, you gain a little bit of power. You rise above the situation. You're a bit cooler, and you're able to transform that situation that could have escalated, you understand? Just because you are more empathetic towards that person and towards that situation. Then you need to learn to add value. Your purpose of speaking to somebody is to add value to their life. Very important. You don't want to take value. They're not doing well. How do I take them to the next level? What's the best way for me to take them to the next level? Speak. The last one is, I've also mentioned it a bit, is keep it simple and strong. Don't overtalk. Don't overtalk. See the person, prepare yourself through prayer, prepare the person through prayer, be empathetic, add value, and keep it simple but strong. There's sometimes I just send some words, especially weekends, so to some people. I keep
Mm.
trying to keep it simple and just strong. It gets to them. I know sometimes we want to talk and talk and talk and talk, but
To
sometimes,
show
like I
that we
said,
know.
just keep it simple and keep it strong. And doing these things, I believe it will help us to really inspire and transform people with our words. I will stop there.
Wow, thank you so much, Coach Ify. When this part of keep it simple. Okay. Um, Many a times we, how do I want to put this? It's not that we don't know how to keep it simple, but we want to show that we know. Because we have somehow equated simplicity with this person doesn't know enough. I remember that I was called to do a training in an office, and the training was about in accounting. Making that is how did they even put it? Accounting for non-accountants. So, in my head, in a lot of accounting principles, people find it difficult to
To
understand it.
understand.
Even the basics of debit and credit, that to me is like this one is the simplest of all. So I had to sit down and say, okay, how do I explain these principles for them to understand? I came up with simple ways to explain um, the whole accounting process, basically. So on the day of the program, I came up, did my presentation. At the end, I gave room for questions. One person raised their hand. The person said, Madam, are you sure you're an accountant? I said, I'm an accountant. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. I said, but why do you ask? He said, because nobody has ever made accounting this simple. And for you to be making it this simple, I had to doubt whether truly you are an accountant, or is it just that you know accounting? I mean, you have an idea of the topic. So I explained to him, I said, look, if I come here and I give you accounting terminologies and explain these things like an accountant the way, would you understand what I'm saying? Would you leave here feeling, oh yes, I gained value? He paused and said, actually, no. And he now said something that day that really, really stuck with me. He said, Madam, for the first time in my life, I actually understand these things. I wish you were my accounting lecturer in school. This
Oh,
is what he said. So you see that most times we use those big words to appear knowledgeable. It's not that we don't want to keep it simple, but people like to hear those big words sometimes because it gives them the impression, oh, this person knows.
exactly.
Yeah, but truly it is a sign that you don't understand. For me, I always tell people, if you can explain a principle to a 3-year old, that very complicated, complex principle, the only way to confirm that you truly know it is to explain it to a 3-year old. If you can achieve that and that 3-year old understands, you know that thing. You know it like the back of your hands. So, yes, to keep it simple is important so that we can
And
truly communicate with the people we are trying to reach out to. Yeah.
if I have to add there, in keeping it simple, I remember when we were younger, my mom, as well, we used to call it history. When we did some things by 5 o'clock in the morning or at 4, I don't know, she'll wake us up, she'll start talking, she will talk 1 hour, 2 hours, you
Mm,
know, and we are lost already. You've lost us. You've lost us. You now tell us from this history and everything. So we used to call it history. So
mm.
sometimes when my kids do something and I want to start, I just have to pinch myself and say, hey, let's go to the point.
Oh,
Because you've lost us. We are
yeah.
now there sitting down, we're doing like this, we're doing like this. We're no more up, we're no more getting it,
Yeah,
we're no more inspired. But
exactly.
when we did that thing and you come and now say, listen, you guys, I've said this many times, this, boom, you know?
Yeah.
And there are sometimes when my kids, I want to start saying something, I don't remember that, but I've said it all over again. Then I say, okay, don't worry. They say, no, no, Mama. I say, no, don't worry, because I've said it many times. It's okay. I don't think me saying it now again will make
You're not going to, yeah.
a change. Funny enough, then it makes a change because they know that I said, what should I say more? So very important to just keep it simple. Whoever will change if they want
Yeah.
to get transformed, and
Mm,
but let them understand it in that simplicity that this is
yeah.
what is to be done. And words are powerful. Words are just powerful.
Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Thank you so much, yeah, Coach Ify. I'm sure if you see, I've been taking my notes and posting them. Yes, posting them for others to also follow. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Sometimes also when we want to inspire people, let me just ask this as a question. If I were to ask you now, what would be like one, will I say a phrase that you use often to inspire? What would that phrase be?
God bless you. I'm sorry, it's so simple. I don't even my colleagues, they finish work, I'll just tell them, God bless you.
Mhm.
It's funny, and some of them are Muslims, and they say that to me. That means they've gotten something from it. And I'm going
Yeah.
to say, Ify, God bless you too. I say
Mhm.
thank you. And it just shows them that I'm grateful. They did a great job. They are doing well. My kids, I tell you, when they were even growing up, I tell you, if I don't tell them God bless you, one time I was angry with them. They went
Mhm.
to the bus station, they came back home and said, Mama, you did not tell us God bless you. So I believe that is for me. If I'm being asked that question, I'll say, from God, I say it a lot and I mean it. God bless
Mhm. That's the point I even wanted to bring up, because some of us we throw such words
you. No,
around and we
ever
just, yeah, God
since
bless you. It's just
ever since my
uh,
kids are it's there and I mean it. God bless you. We are talking just now, we're finishing. God bless you there, and I mean it because it's God's blessing that makes rich and adds no sorrow, you know. And I think that's one word I use often intentionally that I feel is very powerful.
okay. Okay, for me, recently, it was not like this before. Recently, it's thank you.
Oh,
Thank
oh,
you. Because before, for me, thank you is just thank you. It's a word. It's thank you. And I throw it about left, right, and center. It was so easy for me to tell people thank you until I had, let me call it an encounter where the Holy Spirit asked me, when you say thank you, what do you mean?
hmm,
I'm like, I mean, thank you. Thank you. You've done something. Thank you. He said, no. Think about it. When you say thank you, what do you mean?
hmm,
Especially when you say thank you to me, that's to God. What do you
yeah,
really mean by it? And by the time I sat down and thought about this, I realized that those words are not just simple. It's not just thank you like that. It's, I mean, you're appreciating the effort, you're appreciating all the person did, you're appreciating what they put into whatever it is that they did. So recently, if I tell you thank you, know that it's coming from the pit of my stomach, not even just heart. It's
that is
not just from the depth of my heart, it's coming from somewhere deep, because I am truly appreciative of what you have done. Before, like I said, last year, thank you for me was just words. I throw it about. Everybody, I say thank you to everybody, no matter what you did. But this year, if you hear thank you from me, know that I thought about it. I didn't just release thank you. I
it.
gave it thought, and I'm thanking you for all your efforts that you put in, the one I saw, the one I didn't see, all that you have done for whatever it is you did. I'm thanking you for. So
Yeah.
yes, it is intentionality. Thing you
It's
mentioned it.
intention. That
It's
is it. That's
it's so
it.
important. It's so important. So thank you once again, Coach Ify, for being here with us. Any last words for our audience? Any final statement, inspiration, something you want to leave with them?
Choose to speak to heal. You know, you
Mm,
don't know what people are going through a lot.
yeah.
I think last 2 months I asked myself that question. If you how are you?
Mm,
And I had to, and each moment is always different. So
yeah.
people are going through a lot. You don't know what people are going through, and that's their reality at that time. So choose to speak life, to speak healing to people around you. Let it be a value you take upon yourself, you know. And also, if you're watching this video, speak some nice words to us too. You know, words they are refreshing. So
Yeah.
let me go back and read some nice words you say to Ngozi or to myself, and let's smile and be happy. Words are life,
Mm.
and words, they your words can create destinies, or they can cost people their destiny. So let your word start to create destinies and create life and transform lives.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach Ify. That is,
Okay.
in fact, that is the perfect way to end this session. Choose to speak words that heal. Choose to speak words that heal. Choose to speak words that give life. Thank you once again for joining me. I will see you in the next 1 hour.
Yes.
I'll see you in the next 1 hour. And thank you, everyone that joined us this afternoon. It's always a pleasure to spend this 1 hour with each and every one of us. Remember to make today and every day count. Be valuable in all that you do. Ensure that you are growing. Follow us on all our social media handles. Follow Coach Ify, Balanced Living Consult. Follow her in her own personal page also. Follow growth Habits on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, so follow us on all our social media handles. Then follow our WhatsApp channels. Coach Ify has a WhatsApp channel. Subscribe to her WhatsApp channel. I also have a WhatsApp channel, and what I post there is completely different from what I post every other place. The only thing that is the same will be like this advertising this live session, but the things there quite different. So
That's true.
subscribe to that WhatsApp channel. And once again, thank you for those that watch the replay. I know that the number of those that watch the replays usually are more than those that join live. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments that I see you commenting afterwards. Thank you for engaging. And do have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you by 3 p.m. Nigerian time, right?
Yeah.
3 p.m. Nigerian time on Coach Ify's platform.
Thank
Don't
you.
miss it for any reason.
Don't miss it,
Don't
oh.
miss
Because
it for any
I'll put
reason.
Coach Ngozi on the hot seat.
All right. Thank you
God
so much.
bless you.
All right. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.